What's going on, guys? Ultra Anastasio here with FlytPath.com. Now here we are, the release date of the DJI Air 2S. And if you guys haven't seen my full review video, make sure you guys check above as well as down below in the video description. I talk about all of the new features on this drone. And one of the things I talked about in that video, of course, is this right here. Is the Air 2S going to be smart controller compatible? So I was actually kind of surprised that on release date today, they have the firmware update of the smart controller to work with the Air 2S. This new version is 01.01.0040, and it does have the added support for the Air 2S as well as the Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced drone. So if that's something you wanted to do to get everything compatible with your Air 2S, make sure you guys do that firmware update on the remote control. Let me power on the Air 2S here. Now once the Air 2S is powered on and after the update has performed on the smart controller, what you're going to want to do is pull that menu from the very top down, and you're going to select on the settings icon on the top right corner. Click on that, and then in here you're going to see another menu system that says aircraft management. Once you select aircraft management, click on that. Now more likely when you launch aircraft management, you're not going to see the Air 2S on here because you haven't added that device to the smart controller. All you have to do is hit add device. And now you'll see a list of all of the drones that are compatible with the smart controller. We have the Air 2S, Mavic Air 2, 2 Pro, 2 Zoom, 2 Enterprise, 2 Dual, the Phantom 4 Pro version 2, and then the last one here, Mavic 2 Enterprise Advanced. So that's also a new one that's added along with the 2S. So I don't have any of the other ones, or as far as the new ones go, I'm gonna add the DJI Air 2S. And once you hit add, it'll now go into that pairing mode. So it'll start beeping, and all you have to do now is press and hold the power button down. Okay, now that'll beep. This is beeping. Once they're synced up, just like that, it stops beeping. So now we are all synced up with the smart controller to the Air 2. Then it also comes up and says, name your aircraft. So I'm just gonna give it a name, just aircraft name is gonna be DJI Air 2S. So now I'm on the home screen of the DJI Fly app, and it's showing me the photo of the Air 2S, as well as on the top left, it does say that there is a firmware update required, 181 megs, and all I have to do is hit install right there. Now it shows you a little bit more information about what this update firmware involves. It is version 2.04.1640, 181 megs. It is added master shots, added DJI AirSense Pro mode for photo, APAS 4.0, APAS when camera resolution is set to 1080, 48, and 50 and 60, added support for DJI Smart Controller, which we're doing now, as well as optimized FPV gimbal mode. Just hit update there on the very bottom. And also when you do firmware updates, if you have some trouble doing the update on your remote control through the app, what I normally recommend doing is always deleting the app off of your device and then reinstalling the DJI Fly app and then trying to perform that update again. Normally, a lot of times when an update does occur, you do the update and sometimes it'll fail during that initial update. So every time it does fail, if it does end up failing, delete the app, reinstall it directly from the App Store again, and then try to do the firmware update. That normally solves almost all the issues when there's a failure on update. So let's power everything back up again and see if everything is compatible. Just at least get the motor started up here before we take it out. Okay, I am all logged in, and I'm just pointing it at my iPad and my Mavic 2 Pro here on the side, but we are all connected. We have video feed, as you can see right there. We have full video feed of the Air 2S. And just to do a quick little power up here, it says ambient light too low because I'm indoors. So never, of course, recommend flying indoors, but this is just to test it out to see that it does power up. I do have the feed, and let's get this thing up. There you go. So now we have full control, started up just fine with the Air 2S and the smart controller. Now that everything seems to be connected, let's just take this out for a quick flight just to make sure connection's good. Everything works well with the smart controller and the Air 2S. Everything seemed to work fine. Did a quick little spotlight using the drone, so everything seems to work. Of course, I'm going to do some full testing on it just to make sure that everything is exactly how you would expect it to be as you're using the standard remote control with the app. Now, one thing I did ask DJI is if they're going to be able to release the Air 2S just drone by itself. For instance, if you had the smart controller already and you're like, hey, I just want to buy the drone since it already works with my smart controller. I haven't got any information about that yet, so I don't believe that there's going to be anything coming out with possibly just having the Air 2S by itself. That would be really nice, because if you already had this, like I said, and you already picked this up maybe for a little bit cheaper by itself, then sync it up with your smart controller, that would have been a really cool idea. And also I asked if they're going to have a smart controller Air 2S combo. Still nothing confirmed or around that as well. So that doesn't seem like it's in the works, but had to ask. It was something I think that might be a question for a lot of you guys out there that already had something like a smart controller or possibly looking at picking up this combo right here. And that's all I got for today, guys. This is a nice update on release day of the Air 2S. And of course, if you guys haven't seen my full review video, make sure you guys check that out above as well as down below in the video description. And just like most drone releases, I'll have separate videos that go into a lot more detail of the specs and all the other functions and features that the Air 2S has to offer. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and also have that bell notification turned on so you guys don't miss any of the new videos when they're posted. As always, if you guys got value from this one, don't forget to hit that like button. This is Ultra Anastacio with FlytPath.com. I'll see you guys next video. Take care.